Hey everybody, my name is Dylan Lewis. I'm here to talk to you today about how to keep your information secure on the internet. We all have Facebook, most of us have Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, many different forms of social media. But the real question is, how do we keep this information safe? Today we have so much information that's out on the internet. How do we as individuals do a good job of protecting that information from people who may want to use it to harm us, steal our information, credit card numbers, etc.? And I'll give you a scenario that's a real scenario. It has happened many times to many people, and it's very scary. So first off, you have a cell phone provider, say it be AT&T, Verizon, whoever the case may be. And I call up your provider and I say, hello, my name is Billy Bob, and I'm looking to change the password on my account. I'm kind of worried that somebody may have gotten it. So then they ask me for some personal identifying information, maybe the last four of my social, maybe a password that I've set up for my account. Now, I may play some crying baby noise in the background and just say, wow, I don't know the password. My wife hasn't told me. Obviously, we just had a newborn and she's very fussy, and I appreciate your help in getting this matter handled. And many times I have seen this happen where the other person on the phone is being engineered socially, call it social engineering, and just out of the goodness of their heart, they're trying to help someone. They hear that they're having a rough day with a newborn, and they're just trying to get through this day and handle a few things, and they want to be there to help them. And he's playing on that person's emotions. And this happens a lot with social engineering. And unfortunately, it's for the worse, because then whenever he changes that password, obviously it's not my account, it's the person that I'm taking over's account. Now I have their password. Now, what would I do with this information? What could I do with the password to their account? Well, we all have a SIM card in our cell phone. I could go on that account, change the SIM card to a SIM card that I put in to my own personal cell phone, then that phone number becomes my phone number. Now, what can I do with that phone number, you may ask? Well, besides receiving phone calls and texts, I could also maybe get on Billy Bob's Facebook and hit the old forgot password link. So what happens when you hit forgot password? They send a confirmation code to where? Your phone number, text message. I get that text message, I log into the Facebook, create a new password. Now I own Billy Bob's phone and Facebook. Next, I go to his Instagram and do it. Next, I might go to his tax returns and do it. And you can see how this can all add up very quickly, all from one simple phone call to a service provider who was trying to help me out. And this is how easily personal information can be stolen. So now I want to explain a few ways that we can help stop this. So the first thing I want to do is two-factor authentication. So we all know what two-factor authentication is, correct? So we'll say I have my phone right here. We'll say I have my biometric reader on the back. I log in. There it is. Everything's wide open. So outside of that, so the two factors that are involved in that are obviously the phone is one factor, having the physical phone. And then the second factor is using my fingerprint. I got to use my fingerprint to log in, or either a PIN code or even facial recognition on newer phones. These are great ways to keep your information safe. Two-factor authentication has been around for a while, but there are flaws in it as well. And what I mean by that is I could text a phone number to someone and say, hey, I used to have your phone number, and now I have a new number, and I'm trying to get into an old email, and it keeps sending the authentication code to your number. Do you mind if you send me the authentication code so I can log in my old email? The person on the other end, more times than not, will be like, sure, man, I'll send it to you, no harm, no foul. What they're unaware of is that person is actually stealing their information. So the person that's giving them the confirmation code from their phone, they're the ones being taken over. So, and that's why people have proven that two-factor authentication is not the greatest way to keep security, but it is better than nothing. Another way to keep your information secure, especially for those that travel a lot, that are on business trips, or that take a lot of vacations, like to travel around to different airports and fly out to different parts of the country. Using a virtual private network, or what we like to call a VPN, can be very crucial in keeping your information safe. Now, some people may ask, what is a VPN? What is that? So a VPN is just like you connecting to the public Wi-Fi at the library or an airport, right? The difference is the VPN, think about it like this. So say we're sending out information. It's going all over, and anybody that has certain tools on their computer can capture that information and see exactly what I'm sending to maybe my loved one through email or my login credentials for my bank account. So what I can do, think of a VPN like a tunnel. So instead of them being able to see my information, I'm sending all the information right through this tunnel. Now, as it's going through the tunnel, obviously you can't see it from the outside. So that's a good way to kind of represent what a VPN does as far as masking your information as it's being sent. So that's good. Another way is encrypted messaging. Sort of the same lines as a VPN, but keeping that message encrypted as it's going through to the other phone so people can't read your text. And then the last and my most important point is a password manager. Please do not use the same password for every single account, because what's going to happen when I hijack your phone number and I get that one password that we referred to earlier, now I have all your passwords. You should have a different password for every single account you have, and you should use a password manager to remember them. I hope you guys can use these steps to keep yourself more secure online so that I don't use you as a reference in my future videos. Thank you and have a good day.